and today I'm going to tell you how I plan my reading. I'm a person who loves lists and planning and details and organizing. So of course, I'm going to plan my reading habits accordingly. But before I tell you how I plan all of my reading, I want to make sure that you know that Books for MKs is a charity that donates books to missionary kids. Today's MK shout out goes to Nathan, who is 12 years old and lives with his family who are missionaries in Peru. Nathan is my kind of kid. He loves Star Wars, and he loves Legos, and he loves books about ninjas. If you want to donate to Nathan or to children like him, you can donate to the Books for MKs charity at GoFundMe.com. And don't forget to hit on that subscribe button and click on the little bell to be notified every time that I post a new video. I have a lot of reading goals and reading projects and things that I want to accomplish with my reading. How do I keep it all organized? How do I decide what to read next? Well, I'm about to tell you. If you missed my reading goals video back at the beginning of the year, I will link that down below and up above. Pretty much every year, one of my goals is to read at least one classic every month. I have a try a chapter TBR where it's kind of like try it out and then get rid of some of these books. I receive some review copies sometimes from publishers and authors that I like to review for, exchange for a free and honest review. They send me a free copy. And I have a massive series TBR, which is why I am on a series ban right now. And I will link my video about all the series I want to read, but I can't because I'm on a series ban. I'll link that down below and up above. So these goals right there are pretty much, this is my reading. This is how I'm planning what to read. And then every once in a while I'll throw something else in. But these are the books that I have got to read this now. I have an entire shelf in my bedroom where I've put books in front of other books, and that's my immediate TBR. When I reach for something to read, I am reaching for it off of those shelves. So that definitely helps me stay on track because it keeps my immediate TBR right in front of my face. These are the books that I need to read in the next few months, so get to it. And with as many books as I own, I really rely on my Goodreads, lists and shelves and everything on Goodreads to help me keep track of what have I already read and what did I read years and years ago, but I forgot that I read it. So keeping track of my TBR on Goodreads also really helps me to stay organized and to plan what I'm going to read next. And I have a little notebook that says The Avid Reader that helps me to keep track of a lot of these goals. I've been using this notebook for, 3 years now. And every month I write down what's the classic I'm going to read, what's the series that I'm going to try to finish, and what are some of the get rid of it, try a chapter books that I'm going to try to read. So you can kind of see my results. In the month of March, I read a classic and I did a book from a series, and then these were the get rid of it books, the try a chapter books that I tried to do as well. So sometimes the whole month will go by, I'll be like, wait, did I read a classic? Wait, did I work on finishing that series? And so having it all written down and I can check it off when I finished reading that book that I planned on, this really helps me to stay organized. Another way that I stay organized are with lists in my bullet journal. Believe me, I love writing lists. And I have an entire section that is labeled books. I have a book wish list, which are books that I want to purchase immediately. I have a list of the classics that I want to read this year, and then I color them in once I've finished them. I keep a list of the review copies that I accept, and then I check them off once I've read and reviewed them. And I have a very lengthy list of series that I need to read, and then I color in however many of them I've read so far. So those lists are invaluable for keeping me on track. Stay organized. Whenever I have a book that is sort of a larger project maybe, and I have a very specific timeline, I have to finish this book by the end of May or something, then I will make myself a calendar to help keep track of my reading. So, for example, when I was reading through Cecilia for a buddy read with Ange over at Beyond the Pages, this is quite a lengthy book. This is a big old honker. I think it's 950 pages. So I made myself a little calendar and I put in there how many pages I needed to read every day. And then I would color in the days for each day that I finished the reading I needed to do. So this really helps me to stay on track, to see exactly how many pages I need to read every day to finish my goal of reading it in a certain amount of time. And plus, I just got this little happy moment of satisfaction whenever I get to color off one of the days, like, haha, accomplishment. So this really helps me stay on track. I love doing lists and calendars and things. However, even with all of this organization, I am a mood reader. I really am. I have to be in the mood to read something, and if I'm not, then sorry, it's just gonna have to wait for next month or next year or whatever. All of these lists and you know, notebooks and little calendars and things, I keep it very flexible. I might use that calendar, I might not. I might check that off the list this month, or I might check that off the list next year. So these lists are not written in stone. This is why I always write everything in pencil. Then I can erase it out and put something else there if I decide to read some other book that month or that week. So please leave me a comment down below and let me know, how do you organize your reading habits? How do you organize your reading goals and keep track of everything? Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and remember, the right book in the right hands at the right time can change the world.